Back to Fast Stock Market News, where I give you all the news as fast as I can. So today was a pretty choppy day in the market. A lot of us probably, especially if you have a lot of tech stocks, you saw your portfolio skyrocket at opening bell, and it quickly came plummeting down. Yeah, that's kind of like the market we're in right now. As we can see, the S&P 500 actually finished up 0.31 in the green. We had the Dow finishing up 0.05, Nasdaq up 0.40, and the Russell finishing up 0.36. Overall, the market is basically kind of still awaiting. If you guys saw the video yesterday, I did mention that we are all waiting for the inflation, the CPI report that comes on Friday. So right now, the markets are just kind of like ping-ponging all over the place until that print starts to head lower. That's the kind of market we're going to have, at least for another month before the next CPI data comes out. But the biggest headline today weighing the markets, or the biggest headline for the stock market, was basically Apple announcing that they are now doing buy now, pay later. There's actually a couple of companies that do this right now. PayPal, for instance, does it. Also, a firm very famously known for doing buy now, pay later. This is actually considered by a lot of people to be very, basically, Apple's going to steal the lunch money from everyone else. As soon as they get into a service, they basically take all the market share. And as you can see, because of that, stocks such as Affirm, the buy now, pay later, and basic companies that founded on that are completely tanked today. And that's kind of like what's the biggest headline and driving the news today. And another thing I wanted to keep an eye out for is actually I wanted to take a look at some earnings that we'll be doing this week. And the biggest earnings for a lot of retail investors is probably going to be NIO. NIO will be reporting earnings on Thursday. And speaking of earnings, it's basically winding down earnings season 2, guys. So it's basically not a lot of news from here on out except for Fed news. No more earnings to really worry about until the next quarter. We have NIO for Thursday, Dave & Buster's. That could be an interesting play as well, but nothing too big of a company that are reporting. But as I mentioned, guys, the biggest news was Apple's buy now, pay later, and I got some news for you on that one. Take a look.
This idea of Apple competing in the buy now, pay later space, do you think it has the potential to be very disruptive?
I do. I mean, you're already seeing it in the decline in the Affirm stock price. I think that there has long been a question about whether these buy now, pay later services deserve to be companies, or rather they're just better off as features of a larger platform. And given how ubiquitous Apple Pay is already, I expect that this could eat up the lion's share of that market.
I'm interested as well in some of the other things that we've learned. For instance, that they're going to be able to translate text that are in photographs. I'm wondering how that affects the potential for hackers to get in past, they say, can you read this? Can you do it? You know what I'm saying, the images. And then this other thing about the paying, the Apple Tap to Pay launching, where you can pay somebody just by bumping your phones. I know that was announced earlier, but for developers, does that have the potential to create new opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that has long been a goal of these sort of payment apps, is for people to do those direct peer-to-peer payments, right? So, you think about some of the companies that have seen success in that area, like Square or Venmo. Hey, if two, iPhone users can just start trading money back and forth that easily, maybe that eats into their business as well. So I'm sure everybody in that payment space is watching what Apple is announcing today very closely.
Guys, not a lot of news to report today. Pretty slow overall, all things considered. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Thanks again, everyone, for watching Fast Stock Market News. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, commenting, or liking the video. I would greatly appreciate it. My name is Gio, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care.